groups of ocean life. So what are the three groups? So the three groups are plankton, nekton, and benthos. Here it's also arranged how they appeared in the layers of the sea. So like plankton is at the very top, nekton is around the middle, and benthos is on the sea floor. So what are some of these creatures? So plankton, they drift with the ocean currents. They are not strong swimmers and move where the water takes them. Basically, they really don't have a brain and they don't function like an animal. They just float around and they just move wherever the water takes them. They don't have their own sense of direction. Some of the examples of planktons are phytoplankton and zooplankton. So these are the two types of plankton actually. Phytoplankton, the examples are diatoms, tiny plant-like organisms that make their own food using sunlight. They're like plants. And on the other hand, zooplankton, like copepods, are tiny animals that eat phytoplankton and other small organisms. So they function more like an animal. Some of the examples of plankton are actually jellyfish, which only in the part where they are larvae. And that's the only time they are plankton. Young jellyfish that drift in the water before they grow up. When the larvae jellyfish detaches from the polyps, that's the time that it becomes a plankton. Then the other example of plankton are pteropods, which are sea butterflies, tiny marine snails with wings that help them drift in the water. Fun fact, did you know that phytoplankton actually provides more than half of Earth's oxygen and help absorb carbon dioxide? So if you take a deep breath right now, more than half of that is made by phytoplankton. Next, let's see nekton. So what are nekton? Nektons are the ones that actively swim in the ocean. They can move against currents and choose where they go. And these are the ones that are strong swimmers, and they really have brains, and they have their own sense of direction. They travel long distances to find food, and they know how to avoid predators and know how to reproduce. They have fins or flippers or jet propulsion that helps them swim. Now, these are the nektons. When we think of sea animals, we mostly think of nektons. They're fish, turtles, dolphins, sharks. So here are some examples like the tuna, sea turtle, dolphins, and sharks. So those are the nektons. Probably one of the most commonly known. Now let's go to benthos. What are benthos? They live on or in the ocean floor, and they are usually attached to rocks, buried in sand, or move along the bottom. These are the starfish, the clams, sponge, crabs, sea urchin, sea cucumber, brittle star. Those are the types of benthic organisms. So basically, whenever you see something that lives on the ocean floor, that's a benthic creature. Those are part of the group of benthos. Did you know that benthic organisms play a vital role in ocean ecosystems? They break down dead material, recycle nutrients, and provide food and habitat for many other animals. That's why most of the creatures that live there are also called the scavengers of the sea. They clean up. So those are the three groups of ocean life that we can find in our oceans today. There we go.